Kimi no Suizo Tabetai by Sumino Yoru, Part 25. Before she could finish saying that embarrassing name, I dug my arms beneath her back and knees and lifted her up. Even the feeble me had enough strength to carry her for a few meters. Hesitating was a no-go. That was what I thought. There was no problem. We were drunk right now, so some shame could be slept off. Before she could even show any reaction, I threw the girl in my arms onto the bed. The heat slipped away from my arms. She remained frozen, shock still apparent on her face, out of breath, no thanks to the alcohol and physical exertion. I stared at her as her face slowly and quietly broke into a smile before she started to laugh in a manner reminiscent of the clicking noises that bats made. I was surprised. Thanks. As she said as such, with slow and sluggish actions, she moved to the left side of the large bed, lay on her back, and closed her eyes. I thought that it would have been good if she just fell asleep like that, but she giggled as she hit the surface of the bed with both her arms. Unfortunately, it didn't seem like she would forfeit the last game. I hardened my resolve. Well, it's the last round, huh? I'll specially flip yours open for you. Just say which one it is you want. Okay. Guess I'll go with the one right next to my cup. She went quiet, and she casually threw her restless arms onto the bed. I, still standing, flipped open the card whose corner had been caught under the cup holding a little plum liquor. The 7 of clubs. 7. Wow, ambi! Is it alright if I take that to mean that you're ambivalent? Yep. Ambi. I ignored the girl that continued to say ambi after probably having taken a fancy to the word, and stared at the circle of cards to choose my last one. In times like these, there may be people that would deliberate over and take great care in their choice, but they were mistaken. Since we were pretty much choosing under the same conditions, there were basically no other factors involved apart from luck. In such cases, one should quickly make their decision without looking back. Casually, I picked a card from within the circle, and to the best of my ability, I cleared my mind of unnecessary thoughts before flipping it open. What I needed was luck. No matter if I decided that this counted as being manly or not, the number wouldn't change. The card that I drew was... What number is it? 6. In times like these, I, who was honest to the extent that I couldn't lie, was at disadvantage. It would probably be easier for me if I was able to become a human that could push over the shogi board. But I didn't want to become one. And I couldn't. Woohoo! Wonder what I should get you to do. After saying so, she became silent. Feeling like a prisoner on death row, I stood still as I awaited her question. For the first time in a while, silence befell the dim interior. Perhaps as part of the hotel fee, almost no noises from outside could be heard. Not even the noise from the neighboring rooms leaked through. Unpleasantly, due to the fact that I was drunk, I could clearly hear the sounds of my own breathing and heartbeat. I could also hear her regular and deep breaths. I thought that she may have even fallen asleep. But when I looked at her, her eyes were wide open, stare fixated on the dark ceiling. Having too much time on my hands, I looked outside through the opening between the curtains. The busy streets still shone with man-made lights, exposing no eagerness for sleep. Truth or dare? The sudden words came from behind me. It seemed like she had finally arrived at a conclusion. and while praying my hardest that it wouldn't be something that would threaten my heart, I answered with my back still facing her. Truth. A single breath. I heard the large flow of air, and she uttered the last question of the night. If I said I was really, really afraid of dying, what would you do? Without voicing a single word, I turned around. Her voice was too soft, and it made me think that my heart was about to stop frozen. In order to escape the chills, I had to make sure if she was still alive, and so I turned around. She might have felt my gaze on her, but even so, the girl continued to stare motionlessly at the ceiling with her lips sealed, disinterest in saying any more. Perhaps she was being serious. I couldn't grasp her true intentions. It wouldn't be strange even if she was being serious. It wouldn't be strange even if she was joking. If I took it seriously, I wouldn't know how to answer. If I took it as a joke, I wouldn't know how to answer. I didn't know. As if laughing at how feeble my imagination was, once again, the monster in the depths of my heart began to breathe. The terrified me disregarded my own intentions and opened his mouth. There. She didn't say whether my choice was good or bad. She simply remained staring at the ceiling and gave the following order. Sleep on the bed too. No objections or oppositions allowed. Ambi, she went once again, this time singing it with a melody. I was frustrated over the course of action I had to take, but, as expected, I was unable to push over the shogi board. I switched off the electricity and lay down with my back to her, simply waiting for the Sandman to whisk me away to sleep. From time to time, the bed that wasn't mine alone would rock as she tossed and turned in her sleep. It seemed she didn't have the heart for sharing. The large-sized bed had enough space even if the two of us were to sleep with our backs flat. We were innocent and pure. I didn't have to seek forgiveness from anyone. Both she and I woke up at the same time because of the same reason. A cell phone was beeping noisily. I took out my phone from my bag, but there wasn't even a single notification. Since that meant it had to be hers, I retrieved the phone that was left on the sofa and handed it over to the girl that was sitting on the bed. The sleepy-eyed girl opened the flip phone and held it next to her ear. Right away, I, who wasn't exactly next to her, could hear a roar from the phone speaker. Sakura! Tell me where you are right now. With a frown, she held the phone away from her ear. Once the color had calmed down, she pressed it against her ear once again. Good morning. What's up? Don't ask me what's up. I'm asking you where you are. Looking a little unsure, she informed the caller of the name of the prefecture we had set foot into. I could tell that the caller was appalled. What? Why would you go all the way there? And you even lied to your parents that you were traveling with me. With that, I knew that the other person on the line was best friend Song. In response to her friend that was kicking up a fuss, she let out a carefree yawn. How did you know? There was stuff about the PTA circulating through the telephone chain this morning. After yours, it's mine, you know? There was a call from your mom and I was the one who picked it up. I had such a hard time fooling her. So you fooled her for me, as expected of Kyoko. Thanks so much. How did you do it? I pretend to be my sister, but none of that matters. Why did you go as far as deceiving your parents to go to that sort of place? Besides, if you really wanted to go, you didn't have to lie or anything. Just properly go on a trip. I'd even follow along. That sounds good. Let's go somewhere over summer vacation. When does Kyoko get a break from club activities? I'll check the calendar and contact you later, okay? As if. The brilliant flatter and retort reaches my ears with volume to spare. Even if someone was speaking at a normal volume over the phone inside a quiet room, it's possible to overhear a certain amount of content. I wash my face and brush my teeth as I watch her talking over the phone. The toothpaste was even mintier than the one I usually used. Basically, quietly going somewhere far away by yourself. You aren't some cat that's about to die, you know? A joke that couldn't be laughed at, I thought as I listened, and she gave a response that was even harder to laugh at, but was in fact the truth. I'm not alone though. With bloodshot eyes because of last night's alcohol, and looking like she was enjoying herself, she directed her line of sight at me. I wanted to bury my face in my hands, but unfortunately, they were both busy holding a toothbrush and a cup. You're not alone? Huh? With who? Your boyfriend? No way! You already know that I've broken up with him. Then, who is it? Get along, Kun. I could hear the speechlessness from the other side of the phone speaker. With no more concern as to how these would turn out, I continued to brush my teeth. You just listen to what I have to say, Kyoko. You may think it's strange and you may not understand why, but I'll definitely explain all of it to you someday. That's why, even if you aren't quite convinced, please just let this go. And so, I hope you'll keep this matter to yourself for now. It seemed like her tone had become serious, and before I knew it, she had put best friend Song at a loss for words. I thought that was only natural. After all, the girl did leave her best friend behind to go on a trip with some unfamiliar classmate. Best friend Song kept mum for a while on the other side of the phone. The girl patiently pressed the phone against her ear. Finally, a voice could be heard from the electronic device. Got it. Thanks, Kyoko. I have a few conditions. Anything you wish. Come back safely and buy me a souvenir. Also, go on a trip with me during summer vacation. Lastly, tell this to classmate that has an incomprehensible relationship with my best friend. If he does anything to Sakura, I'll kill him. I got it. After exchanging a few pleasantries, the girl hung up. I rinsed my mouth and sat on the sofa that had been stolen by her yesterday. While clearing up the poker cards that were scattered all over the table, I took a look at her and saw that she was stroking her long hair that was still messy from waking up. It's nice to have a best friend that thinks of their friends, huh? I know, right? You might have heard already, but it seems like Kyoko is going to kill you. Only if I do anything strange, right? So, besides saying I was innocent, please explain things properly. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video, or at least listening to it. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I enjoy making it. And if you do like it, please hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell so you'll be notified whenever I've uploaded a new video. I think that's it for today. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.